Hi, this is episode 2 of Aaron is Perfect. Yeah, so that is the theme music once again, and it is extremely long, way too fucking long. But once again, I'm still not going to change it. So deal with it, and that's the way that life is. So at least that's the way that this life is. If you don't like it, then I don't know. I don't know. Don't listen. That's actually not an option. You have to listen. You don't have a choice because I said so. So yeah, that's my theme music. This is episode 2. Episode 1 went really well. I'm still sort of trying to get my groove. I went to record the episode 2 yesterday, and I just wasn't in that zone at all. So I have to play that fine line of like being in the mode and being able to push myself to be in the mode. Because even this morning didn't go exactly the way that I wanted. So I was like, I don't know if I can do it today. But I have to come in early and stuff to do this so that it doesn't interact with my job. So it's I have to do early podcasting, and I'm not a morning person at all. And this morning was so weird because my cat, I have a cat, her name's Sparkle Panda, and every so often she'll come and sleep in the bed with us overnight. And this morning, last night she came into bed, and this morning one of my kids blasted into the fucking door at like 6:30 in the morning just to be, I don't know, because she's funny, and scared the shit out of my cat. But also, like, my cat jumped, ran off the bed, so there was so much noise. Both me and my wife were completely asleep, and I sat up. I've never fucking done that before, where I like wake up and sit up. It was like my heart went from like regular like sleeping BPMs to like, and like it wasn't just fast, it was also a jackhammer. And then I immediately had to go and have a shower, and it was like I was so mad. I probably acted way too aggressively. And anyway, that was my morning this morning. So not only am I not a morning person, but this particular morning was very colorful. So all I'm trying to say right now is that you're very lucky that this is happening. And if I didn't write myself like a giant sort of script here, it would be very different. And you may not even get this number 2 podcast this week, but we'll see if I can get this. Let's see how well I get through this one episode right now. And we'll go from there, Anything's possible. Yeah, put that on a t-shirt, I'm sure it's already on there. Or at least on like a Pixabay fucking uplifting meme, whatever those fucking things are called. So yesterday, I specifically wore a shirt that I wore my favorite shirt because I was going to wear it on the podcast and surprise you, I guess, for those of you who would be watching versus just listening. I was going to describe it and everything. I'll describe it now because it's my favorite shirt. And the reason why this is a conversation that I want to have is because I bought this shirt about 6 months ago. I love it. It's basically a collared shirt, short sleeve, and it has very colorful tropical fruit all over it. And I love it. It's literally my favorite shirt that I own. And I noticed yesterday that it doesn't really fit anymore. And I only bought it 6 months ago. And I don't know if anyone else has noticed, who knows me well. I've changed a little bit over the last 2 years. I don't know if I'm stress eating. I'm not entirely sure. But was it the right size before? And is it now because I've gained a little bit of weight from eating pizza and cheese and meat? Yeah. Yeah, it was. And am I now going to have to throw it out or get rid of it or donate it because I don't have the energy to bring my body back to a normal shape? Twabsolutely. So anyway, that was my favorite shirt, and I bought it from a place that was going out of business, and now they're gone. So there's absolutely no way of getting this shirt again. Although maybe, you know what, I'll look up the company. I always forget about the internet, you know? Fucking millennials. Fucking aged millennials. That's what we are. Always forget about that goddamn Google. So yeah, but you know, my weight has changed over the last couple years. And I think it's like there's a mix, right? It's my metabolism has changed. I'm getting older. There was like a threshold age that I changed, I think, and my body was like, all right, well, you're done having like a fast metabolism and being super skinny all the time. Here's all of the beer that you've had over the last, 2 years, and and your back's gonna hurt, and now you're gonna be a little bit fat, and I'm fine with it. If anything, I look like Fuller, which is funny because that's my last name, but I feel like I look my age, and I think for the longest time I looked, I don't know about young, but I didn't look overly healthy, and I think I look a little healthier now. If only, if only that were actually the case. I'd look healthier, but I guarantee you that's not the case here, mentally or physically. I am fucked in every single possible way. So my life is really fun. But I do have lots of places to get rid of my issues. Therapy, hockey. I do a lot of dancing in the bathroom when my kids are brushing their teeth to entertain them. So, and I'm on TikTok. So I do so much dancing there. That's a lie. I lied about that part. Actually, you know what? A lot of the things I'm going to say on here are a lie or satire. So get ready for that. Some people might be wondering why my hair's blonde. And there's a couple reasons for it. The first one is I have children, and I wanted to freak them out. For a little while, my hair was pink as well, which was a lot of fun. At the beginning of the pandemic, or kind of in the middle, I let them shave my head bald. I was having my own personal Britney Spears moment, and I wanted them to have fun with it too. So I let them shave my head, and I was like, "Fuck, this looks so bad." It looked really bad. I can't even describe what I looked like. It was. I mean, if you're watching this, you could just picture it. But I did not enjoy that look, and I wanted to go totally different. When my hair grew back out, I was like, and I've done it many times in the past. Being a punk rock kid, but I decided, I'm gonna keep it for a little while, and so it's been probably like the better part of a year, maybe a year and a half, that I've been dyeing my hair this shade of blonde. Which is almost like a white color, and I like it. I think I'm going to keep it, but yeah, I think it came from wanting change when I couldn't make change happen myself, because we were all like landlocked into our lives, right? With COVID, nobody could really do much of anything, and you were sort of like forced to make little subtle changes in your life to keep shit interesting. So this was one of mine, and I noticed, my body changing, and I think it was also trying to grasp onto some youthfulness, because I'm a youthful kind of guy. I like to stay as young as possible, which I'm sure everybody feels that way. But I want to look youthful. I want to feel youthful, which I don't feel youthful. I feel like I'm 1,000, and so if I can look it on the outside, then that's cool. Also, I'm a cool motherfucker, right? Let's not fucking beat around the bush here. I'm cool as shit. So, and I plan to keep it that way. And if I look cool, then at least I'm doing half of the job. So yeah, that's kind of the reason why I changed my hair color. But I think I'm, pushing it a little bit. I think the cool part is a big part of it. I wanted to look cool, and I think I fucking totally look awesome, and I'm right because me. So I had a great weekend. I did some fun stuff. The one thing that I did that I really enjoyed, which I do every so often, and I haven't done for quite some time, is I did a live stream on TikTok, and I know, right? 36, going to be 37 years old, doing live streams on TikTok. Makes me feel a little pathetic, but you know what? This is my shit, so I'll just say it and I'll just do whatever the fuck I want. But it was me and my friend Josh, if you know me, you know that Josh is my like longest childhood friend. Love that fucking guy. And so we did a TikTok stream together. And I have my drum set is this like, it glows a bunch of different colors and shit. So I had this, and I have it set up in my spare basement room right now, and we used that for the very beginning of it to have it be like the cool like mood lighting, but also I would show it every so often. We were drinking beers, so people were like, every time you show the kit, you have to take a drink. So that was pretty fun. But here's the thing about being a dude on a TikTok stream, especially when you're with another dude. People who interact with you are either like interacting because they're interested in what you're doing and they're having fun, or they're there for something else. And I don't exactly know what that is. So the first couple times we did a live stream, I did it with my Josh and another friend, and I haven't discussed this with him, so I don't necessarily want to say who it is, but I did it with Josh and another friend, and it was a blast. But there were times where we had like 200, 300, 400 people watching us, and some people like ask real questions. Some people say like real stuff. A lot of people say all sorts of weird shit, or they'll just dip in and call me Short King and go away, which is so weird because I'm like 5'11", and which I know isn't like tall, but it's taller than not. And it's and a good majority of the people are really nice and are constantly giving likes and shit, which you just tap the screen for that. And but there are men and women who are relentlessly asking you to do borderline inappropriate shit. And I always anticipated, and I've seen it many times, that this was just something that happens to women primarily, or girls, sadly. But I didn't realize until I was streaming with two, great looking dudes, that this shit happens to men too. And it was like fucking weird, man. It was really weird. I'll give you an example of what happened the other night. We didn't have hundreds of people come in, but we had a few. And those few were they were women. I don't know what age group, and I'm pretty sure, or I'm speculating that they were women because anybody can be anything on the internet. They consistently would ask us to put each other on our shoulders. Like, when like you're at a concert and you put like a kid or something on your shoulders. They wanted two grown, mid 30-year-old men to do this. And they were fucking relentless. And I felt like it was hilarious, but also like, what side of the internet are we on right now? Like what have I gotten myself into here? So naturally we both did it. I put him on my shoulders and he put me on his shoulders. I'll put a picture here because my good friend Lindsay decided to screenshot it while she was witnessing this insanity. So thanks, Lindsay, for that. But yeah, it was really, really strange. Like, you'd figure they'd be asking us to like take our shirts off and shit, but no, it was all about the fucking put them on your shoulders and like doing like the arm emoji, like the fucking bicep emoji, like put him up constantly. It wouldn't go away. Like we would try and change the subject, and it just wouldn't go away. It would just be constantly put him on your shoulders. Okay, Aaron's turn. Okay, go back to Josh now. What? Do I need to start like a putting people on my shoulders OnlyFans? I mean, I would really, if somebody could just like tune in or like say something or tell me what this fucking is. You can shoot me an email, aaronsperfect at gmail.com. And if you've experienced this as a man, I would love to hear about it. I would also love to hear about it if like this is your fucking kink. And I'm not here to kink shame. I'm just here for the information. I just want to be educated on this because I find it fucking fascinating. And also, that's funny, right? I couldn't be mad. I couldn't be upset with the people who are asking me to do this because it was fascinating, and I found it fucking hilarious, dude. And I wondered if that's it. If it was just for comedy, if they just wanted to see two grown men on each other's shoulders for comedy. I mean, that's a burp. I fucking burped, and you know it. You heard it. I did it into the microphone like a total dickhead. And I don't care. You're welcome. The other thing about TikTok live streams, and this could be a make it or break it TikTok live stream situation for me, and I know for Josh too, because we have great chemistry on there, and I really enjoy doing these lives with him, especially because he's game for doing weird shit like going on my shoulders. But so I live in Canada. I'm sure you know that, but if you didn't, I live in Canada, and in Canada, TikTok does not have the creator fund, but they do give you the ability to get gifts, which are actual, like, literal currency, through your live streams. And we get lots of them, which is hilarious. I have like, I don't know, $50 or some shit just like sitting there on a balance on TikTok because of these live streams. I plan to donate it. I'm not going to fucking keep it. But when I do something like put Josh on my shoulders, because everyone keeps asking me to do this, and I feel kind of wrong about it, I feel like this is a very modest version of prostitution. Not that I have anything wrong with, I don't have a problem with prostitution. I don't. And maybe that's wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't fucking care. But I like, it's hard for me to not feel super used when I do something that someone has asked, when I dance like a monkey, and then they send me a fucking TikTok lion or some shit and give me, $20. It's hard not to feel like I am being fucked for money. I have a hard time feeling like that's not happening. And you agree with me, don't you? It's very odd, but I like it. And I feel bad about liking it. And should I? This is the type of world that TikTok has created. And you know what? Here's my real feelings on it. I'm glad that I am not a 16, 17-year-old girl, because if I'm getting put him up on your shoulders and short king, I can only imagine what that demographic is getting on there. And that, being a father of two young women, scares the fucking shit out of me, and should scare you too. But you know what's good about all this? At least Elon bought Twitter. So he's going to save us from all the evils on social media with his ban on banning people talking or not talking, saying he's going to ban people talking about not letting other people talk. Censorship. Who knows? Who knows what he's going to ban? I'm just I'm just making assumptions here, but how do you tackle that type of topic? How do you as especially as somebody who, you know, basically only tunes in as a, oh my goodness, here we go. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Sort of. Like how do you battle, what's the word I'm looking for? That's so weird. It has completely left my brain. Nice to have a fucking giant brain fart while I'm trying to record a topic here. What the fuck? How do you tackle this subject? It is a difficult subject to tackle because you can't just control what people say. And as a social media company, like, is it your responsibility? Censorship. How did I forget that word? That word has been everywhere constantly, all over the internet. Censorship. Censorship. How do you tackle the censorship topic? How do you even climb that mountain? Especially as somebody who, you know, has millions of dollars, like, sure, billions of dollars. Sure, maybe you're the right person to do it because you have the money to do it. But how would you do that? Like, who makes you the decider of what is controversial or what is a topic that no one should be talking about? You know, it's like, I don't know, who judges the judge, right? Like how can you make decisions like that based on public opinion? I think it's crazy, and people are worried / excited for him to liberate Trump back on the fucking Twitter scene. And that's like, I mean, this is going to be controversial for sure, and my opinion on it could change, so don't fucking slay me for it, but I think it was dumb to take him off there in the first place. Yeah, absolutely, the guy is a fucking insurrectionist and, you know, basically caused havoc in the United States for a fucking since he was elected president. Actually, probably even before that. But like, it's a public forum, and this is such a fucking hard topic, and this is why I think it's going to be difficult for anyone, Elon included, to make decisions on this. Because, like, okay, you open it up for somebody to incite violence at the fucking Capitol, right? Is that just as bad as, like, pedophilia? Is that just as bad as like outward racist, homophobic stuff? Probably. But if you open up the door for all of this shit, then you're opening up the door to a world of fucking horrible chaos. You know what I think he should do? Is I think he should, once he takes over, he gets the keys, he should just burn that fucking thing to the ground. And I think that everyone should be their own judge. And if they can't if they can't handle what they're seeing, they need to just go away from it. The world is a big place. And yes, we all have to share it. But I'm sure that you'll agree that a good 90% of the time, if you're talking to somebody about your opinion and not just like fully gaslighting them, most of the time they'll agree with you, because we all sort of have this universal understanding of shit. People are different when they're typing or they're texting, but we all have kind of a universal understanding of how we want the world to be, unless you're Vladimir Putin, and then it's a different thing. That's a subject I'll probably never waver on. But yeah, I think it's going to be really difficult for him to decide what gets censored and what doesn't. Because that's his whole reasoning for this, if I'm not mistaken, right? That was the whole reason the guy bought the thing. I just think he's going to have a really hard time. And now he's going to understand what it's like to be Mark Zuckerberg, because he will not win. He is basically an internet politician. That's what Mark Zuckerberg is. He is an internet politician because he is making decisions on behalf of millions of people, billions of people, and whether or not You agree with him or not, he is making these decisions, and these are very public platforms that almost everybody is using at some point in their life. So yeah, I think he has gone into internet, the politics of internet, and that is a fucking nightmare of a place to be. So I mean, kudos to him for taking on that, but just delete it, dude. Here's my plea to you: you bought Twitter. Delete it. Do Facebook next, okay? TikTok isn't great either, but at least it's a place where... Actually, no, I'm not going to fucking defend TikTok. What am I doing? Like, my work account has blown up, which is awesome, but because of, one of my buddies is just such a cool, great guy for this job that he has absolutely captivated an audience, and it's great. So like, it's great for business, but yeah, I mean, I'm a short king who gets on my best friend's shoulders. So that's TikTok for you. I have no fucking clue how to tackle that topic, so I'm just not going to right now because I'm not qualified. I actually am not qualified to have any of the points that I just made, but there they are. And like I said, and I'll try and make this a slogan because my opinions on shit will change. And that is because myself or you, no one, has enough information to know exactly what the fuck is going on. Okay? That's how it is. You can agree with me or not. That's just how it is. You will never have enough information to know what the fuck is actually going on. Okay? So, yeah, pretty crazy shit. I don't know what to say about it. So I'm not going to say any more for now. But we'll see. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. I'm interested to see what's going to happen, especially with this Twitter thing. It's so fucking weird. Every part of Elon Musk's life is so fucking weird. So it does, I'm not overly surprised that he's done this. Another cool thing that I did on the weekend, which was great, I went to like a kid party, sort of kid / adults party, which sounds weird, but basically it was a cool backyard barbecue situation, and it was a big backyard, so it was really fun, and the kids got to like do their own thing for a little bit, so we were sort of left alone with other parents, and we got to talk and have fun with them. Had a beer in the middle of the day, haven't done that for a little while. That was really great. Got to barbecue some hamburgers. And here's a funny thing. The reason I bring it up is because something strange happened that that only I would think of in this way. And it was really funny to me. Basically, so I have a tendency to like go off on my own and do things by myself. And I saw a butterfly, captured my attention. I probably have ADD or some shit. Captured my attention, so I followed it, and it landed on they had a hammock there, so it landed on the hammock. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. How pretty. And it was a beautiful one. It's early in the fucking season, so it's kind of rare to see a butterfly at this time of the year, and it's floating around. It was really nice, and I sort of walk over to it, and it flies away, but like it's flying in front of me, and then comes back and it lands on my pants. And I'm like, guys, check this out. I'm like, guys, check this out. Look. And nobody looks over, and I'm like, yo, hey. And I try to like call my wife's name. She's way too far away for me to even do that. I'm like, hey, look. And I called somebody else's name, and they didn't look over. And I'm like, guys, anyone. And nobody fucking looked over. And I'm like, guys, there's a butterfly on my pants. I don't know why this is so funny to me, but there was a butterfly in my pants, and I could not get anybody's fucking attention. Or I did, and people are just like, what the fuck is going on? This guy's being weird. And then the butterfly flew away. And I was like, wow, that was fucking crazy. And it flew away around my kids, and it was really cool. And they got to see it and stuff. And my favorite part of this whole thing was later on, I was telling my wife this story, and I was like, yeah, fucking, like a butterfly landed on my pants and like nobody noticed. She's like, oh yeah, I saw that. It was really cool. And I was like, you saw that? If you saw it, why didn't you say, could you tell that I was like trying to get everyone's attention and nobody fucking said anything? She's like, yeah. Like, I need backup. That's a situation where I need some fucking backup. I need you to be like, from like way across the thing, just be like, oh yeah, cool. You know? From like miles away. I don't really need that, but I thought that was really funny that she noticed and like knew about it and didn't say anything. And I was like, it was uncomfortable. It was like the verbal version of like giving a high five and nobody reciprocates, or like someone completely misses it or like purposely doesn't see it. Yeah, I don't know. That was a really funny situation to me. There's another thing that happened. I don't know if it was over the weekend, but I'm a hockey guy. I like hockey, sorta. And Guy Lafleur died. He was a Montreal Canadiens player from like way back in the day, and he died. And I like, it didn't affect me necessarily because I wasn't a huge Guy Lafleur fan, but it made me think about my sports, how much I like sports. And then I realized, you know, and this isn't a new realization. Burp. I burped again into the mic. Take that. Okay? Take that. That's your life. Okay? I put that into your life. So, fuck it. So yeah, so Guy Lafleur died, and it didn't bother me, but it sort of gave me this weird nostalgic feeling because I knew about him. I have like 1 billion of his hockey cards, and I have an atrociously large hockey card collection. It's huge, like 50,000 card type situation. It's a weird collection, and I'll tell you why. And the reason is because I am the worst sports fan in the world. I love sports. Couldn't tell you like 10 players on any sports team currently. I could tell you a lot of 90s players because that's when I was really into it. That's like the majority of my hockey cards are from the 90s, 80s, and 90s. I've got a lot of like 70s cards, which are really cool too. Nothing overly expensive, but still pretty cool. But I really like sports. I really like playing them. I love watching hockey. Hockey is like the number one. I love playing hockey, obviously, but I love watching it too. But I just don't really watch it. I don't watch it. I don't talk about it with friends. I don't know any of the players. I am the worst sports fan on earth. And yeah, it took a legendary player from like the fucking 1960s and shit to die. That made me really realize how shitty of a fucking sports fan I actually am. Like I have Leafs jerseys and like Montreal Canadiens hats. And like that is fucking, if you live in like Toronto, that is fucking blasphemous. That is horrifically problematic. Like it's very easy for me to get in trouble with a lot of the people that I know just based on that alone. So yeah, funny stuff. Really funny. So anyway, I really appreciate you guys tuning into episode 1. I got a lot of really good feedback and a lot of people who not only sympathized with my situation or at least acknowledged it. I'm talking more specifically about OCD. I had a lot of people say that they had a lot of the same shit that I have, which was really, really nice. It was nice and validating. It was also like it was a feeling of I'm not alone. And I mean, I don't necessarily feel alone. However, you know, the last 2+ years, I think we all have a little bit of loneliness going on. And I think it's partly in our own minds. And a lot of us, it's physical. Like you're physically lonely, like you're not around people. and you're isolated, especially if if you have a point of view on the entire situation that isn't accepted by the mainstream. I think it's really hard. I feel bad for people who have been sort of outcasted, which I've done some of that myself, and I truly apologize to anyone if I've ever offended anyone with an opinion that I might have had on something. But once again, like I say, my opinions change, so it might be different now. So yeah, reach out if you think that I may have offended you or hurt your feelings in the past. Reach out, because you never know. I may have a different opinion now, or don't, or just go on with your life, even if you're watching this or not. But and it's not like I pity. It's not a pity thing. I don't pity the people who have who have been outcasts from society based on their opinion. I genuinely feel bad for them, because I had, I would say something like relatively like pushing or poking the bear, still satire on Instagram in my fucking story or something, and I would lose like 4 followers. Not that I give a shit about that. I have a private account. Like I don't care about that. Followers don't matter to me on that particular world. But another burp. But I can't even imagine being on the other side of that, being the person with those like intense opinions, whether I've been like swayed by misinformation or real information and I actually know what's going on. However, nobody else believes me, and, ridiculed by family. I basically become a complete outcast. Like I lose 4 followers and I'm like, oh man, like those people, like I care about those people, and they've either lost their way or they just don't trust that I have the right vibe or the right morals or something. And those are the types of people who have basically shrunk their friend group down to almost no one. And I feel bad. I sympathize, and I also don't want to have those conversations with people. Like I also don't want to, like I don't want to sit and discuss like the negative aspects of COVID. I don't want to talk about like, Pizzagate. I don't want to talk about those things with people, because like we don't know really. Like you might have an opinion on it, but you don't actually know. And what if it fucking changes my opinion of you? What if I go, fuck, this person like needs to do more work here. They need to think more. They need to do more fucking research or whatever. I don't want to have that opinion of people. And I'm sure everyone else feels this way. I just want shit to go back to the way that it was before all of this was going on. And yeah, fuck, I know. It's been going on for much longer than COVID. I know fucking, politicians don't have your fucking back. I know that they're all in it for money. I know that big pharma is a fucking, a fucking scam. I know that. Everybody knows that. It's not new. It's just, personally, there's no way to combat it. And me fighting with people and friends and family about it is not fucking worth it, because nobody wins. Nobody's going to win that argument. It's not going to happen, because everyone's so fucking opinionated. Everyone believes that what they're seeing is the real thing. And we just got to fucking stop it. Fuck it, Fuck it. Who cares? It's over. Like, you can't do anything about it. You're not going to stop fucking Pfizer from like putting like lasagna in your fucking vaccine. It's just not going to happen, Lasagna. It's first thing in the morning. That made me so fucking hungry. I got to stop that. Because look at me, guys. I can't even wear my favorite fucking shirt. Jesus. But anyway, yeah, thank you. Thank you for listening. Thanks for listening to episode 1. Honestly, I really appreciate it. I'm just some dude sitting in his fucking office, talking about shit, talking about himself. And the fact that you're listening and the fact that you are giving me such positive feedback makes me feel confident to keep it going. And I promise it's just going to keep getting better. Hopefully it'll get funnier and funnier. Hopefully it will get a little more concise. I'm trying to like get topics. I'm trying to make it so that the topics blend together nicely. I'm very new at this. Doing it by myself, I'm very new at this. So I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate the words of encouragement. I appreciate you guys subscribing to the YouTube, to the Spotify, the Apple Podcasts. I really appreciate it. So yeah, keep doing that. That just helps my algorithm, you know? That's what I want. And if this is your first episode, you're watching number 2 first, go back and watch episode 1. And you know what? And go listen to the fucking teaser, because algorithm, you know? That really would help me out. And not for a financial reason. I don't want it for money, but I just want to get the words out there, and you know, maybe it'll turn into a lot of cool other things for me, and maybe for you. You know, maybe send me an email, and if you're struggling with some of the same shit, maybe I'll get you on the show. Maybe you'll come and hang out with me here, and we'll talk about shit. You know, anything's possible because it's my fucking world, and I can do whatever the fuck I want. So, yeah, keep doing that. I really appreciate it. Genuinely, it's really fucking cool to have friends that are so fucking supportive, friends and family that are so fucking supportive of me and my adventures. And not to mention, you know, mental illness struggles. Everyone needs help with that, and you guys are really helping me out, and I genuinely appreciate it. So yeah, I think that's what I'll call it. But yeah, find me on Instagram. It's Aaron_is_perfect_podcast. I changed it. Mouth noises, but you should still be able to find me if you just type in Aaron is perfect. I hope. If not, just keep looking. Keep searching. Search hard and deep. That's what she said. I have a TikTok account now. It's just Aaron is perfect. And then, yeah, email me. Shoot me an email. If you have something you want me to talk about, you want to get my take on it, or if you just want to tell me about your OCD issues or your mental health. Once again, not a therapist, not a fucking psychologist. I am none of those things. I am just a guy who has had a colorful life and has lots of experience in mental health. And so if you ever needed to chat or even just looking for a suggestion or a referral for some people, I have some of those. You know, I've been doing this for a while, working on my brain, so I have some places where I go for that, and then I could refer to you. So yeah, I think that's it. Subscribe. That'd be great. Or don't. It doesn't matter. It's all good. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you continue to enjoy it. And we'll talk again soon, okay? Thank you. I love you. As a friend, okay? As a friend that bangs. Twabsolutely.